Hello, hey, this is Sid Hamid. I'm going to be talking about slaves and the power of the immigrants coming from Ireland, from Italy, from Scotland, from Russia, from China, from all over the world to build America. Immigrants have been coming here for the last 200 years to build this country. And we're going to be talking about how this country was actually built on the backs and the efforts of immigrants and the hard work of the immigrants. And also, we're going to be talking about the Rockefellers, how the Rockefeller families have been controlling this country for decades and centuries, and the power that the Rockefeller families have on this country, on Congress, on Senate, on the House, on the president, on the elections, and how these folks are still running the banking industry, the insurance agencies. Okay, they're running your money. They're basically running and controlling your money, the Rockefeller families. They still have a massive amount of control over your money and your income and your taxes and the money that you put into the banks, as well as the Koch brothers. So the Koch brothers are another entity that have been around for centuries and years, and they have a huge impact on the politicians and the wallets of the American people that are in power. They're making the decisions, they're making the changes and the policies in this country on your behalf while you work 60, 70 hours a week. The thing is, they want you to stay folk, they want you to stay broke, and they want you to stay working 50, 60, 70 hours a week so you don't have time to really get educated so you could become empowered. So the thing is, you have to break that cycle. You have to use knowledge and education so you can position yourself to become a multimillionaire. You got to position yourself so you can have a better security in the future for your life, for your family. And we're going to also talk about the different private equity funds that are buying up all this massive inventory of real estate. When this shadow inventory took place in 2008, 9, and 10, they've been talking about shadow inventory for years. Well, where is the shadow inventory? Well, what's going on with the shadow inventory? BlackRock has bought almost close to 50,000 properties in the United States of America, and they bought all the trophy assets in California, in all the major cities, major areas, what they call Class A, Class B paper. So we're going to talk about that. Well, how did they get access to this stuff? And then therefore we don't have a chance to even bid on this stuff because they got access to it before we even got to it. We're going to talk about the working American immigrants that have helped build this country. Okay, the immigrants that are involved, that are creating over $65 billion a year of growth in this country, that are not necessarily, maybe not paying taxes, but they're spending money, they're making money, and they're spending money here in this country. And we're going to talk about the immigrants that have built this country over the last 200 years, and the immigrants that have allowed this country to position themselves where they are. So without immigrants, this country would not be where it is. The country was built on immigrants, the efforts of immigrants. Okay. We're going to talk about Goldman Sachs, the power that Goldman Sachs and these private equity firms like Morgan Stanley and Merrill Lynch and these top banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, that have a huge influence on the banking industry and the private sector and the money flow and the money supply in this country and how they move the inventory. We're going to talk about that. The thing is, you have to understand data. You have to understand the players. You have to understand what's really going on in order to position yourself today so you can have those things tomorrow. The more knowledge you have, the more information you have, the better future that you can have for your kids and your wife. Okay, we all want to go on vacations. We all want to have put our kids in private education, just like these folks here. Okay, these guys created this country. They created a process. They created a system. They created a model. The more you are in alignment with the model, the more you are in alignment with the process, the more you're in alignment with the systems, the better you can position yourself. The key is understanding what is needed and understanding how to apply it and understanding how to measure it and how to have accountability. I've been able to, in the last 30 years, really understand this particular system. I watched it, I researched it, I studied it. I really watched how the original mafia, the American mafia, created this country. and the process that they created and how they manipulated the system. So the thing is, it's no secret. The information is on Google. This is all Google research that I've done. Okay, we all know that the Social Security system and the Medicare system is going to be broke in the year 2025, the year 2030. There's not going to be money to be had. There's more money going out of the system than is coming in. People are living longer. People are living to 70, 75, 80, 90 years old. When the Social Security system was created, it was created based on 62 years old. The people are living 65 years old. But that's no longer the truth. People are living to 70, 80 years old. So there's more money going out of the system than is coming in. Look at the Republicans and look at the Democrats. They're not even looking at eye to each other. They're not even paying attention to each other. They don't give a about you or me. They're worried about themselves. They're worried about their future and their families. Okay, we have to protect our kids. We have to protect our family, our wives, our kids' future. And the more knowledge we got, the more power we have, the better we can position ourselves with this information. If you're not familiar with the G20, which is the Global 20 is a massive group of people, international global division, which was created in 1999. It's all the major economic countries, Brazil, China, India, all the major countries that are having an impact on the currency and the currency manipulation that's taking place in this country. There's been currency manipulation that's been taking place. I'm sure you guys heard of the TPP, and I'm sure with the elections coming up and everybody's talking about the TPP, read about it, understand it. Okay, this is a major, major thing that's causing jobs in this country, that's causing the GDP to slow down, that's having an impact. So the more information you know about the TPP and the more information you understand about the global currency manipulation, what China's doing to us, what Russia is doing to us, what we're doing to them, we're actually manipulating our own money in a lot of ways. So we have to understand this currency war that's taking place right now in 2016. Okay, we're going to talk about the real job growth number. We're still at almost 22% unemployment rate. The government is stating 5, 6, 7%, and we've had all these massive jobs, which is true. We've had job growth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is there's a lot of people that are not being counted for because they stepped out of the job market because they haven't been able to get a job for 2 or 3 years. So we're going to really talk about the data and analyze the numbers, because without job growth, the real estate market doesn't grow, right? We're going to talk about what the government is posting versus what the actual job growth is. So we're going to talk about the Case-Shiller home. This is a housing market analysis that talks about the housing market. It talks about the 20 top cities and what's really going on in the marketplace. We're going to talk about these reports and these analysis that impact the stock market, that impact the growth market. Okay, the more information you have, the better. Okay, because you could position yourself with knowledge. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to share my knowledge, my experiences. I'm here to share my tools and my research so I can show you, what I look at on a daily, weekly basis, so I can understand what's going on in the market, so I don't get screwed like happened in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. I lost millions of dollars. And in order to avoid that from happening again, I have to understand data. And I have to understand data my own way so I can make the best decisions and the best choices for my own family. Because it's all about protecting my wife and my family so I can have a better life and I'm not relying on the government. And you have to look at the population growth. We understand that most Americans are living longer, but what impact does that have on the economy? What impact does that have on the growth of this country? So we have to understand these data points. Okay, the more data that you understand, the better you can position yourself for the future and forecast the future. Okay, I look at the Home Depot stock to see what the Home Depot stock is doing, because the Home Depot stock has a direct correlation with the housing market. I look at the Lowe's improvement stock market. I look at their stock to see, because they sell plumbing, they sell 2x4s, they sell wood, they sell electrical, roofing materials. and I look at the top home builders, the national 5 top home builders. I look at to see if their prices are going down, if the prices are going up, if the inventory is growing, if the inventory is shrinking, what size homes are they building, what's selling, what's not selling. All these data points have to be analyzed and reviewed. I look at the different government programs that are being created to help incentivize national foreign investors to come over, bring millions and millions of dollars into the U.S. economy. And what is that allowing that to do for this country? America has been for sale for the last 10 years. Okay, Chinese, the Russians, the Japanese, the Middle Easterns, they've been buying all the trophy projects in America, and they've been investing for years. So we have to look at all these things. The more knowledge we have, the better we can position ourselves. So Immigrant Millionaire Academy is all about knowledge plus experience plus action equals results. So once you have the knowledge and you have the experience and you take the proper action, you can actually create the proper results. So Immigrant Millionaire Academy, I'm going to be having 47 classes all about real estate and position yourself. I have created this, I have simplified the wealth building process for everyday people, okay, through real estate. I've created a simplified, easy method for everyday people to make wealth through real estate. Okay, it's about breaking it down, ABC 1, 2, 3, where you guys can understand it and you can make the right choices for your own family, for your own self. So Immigrant Millionaire Academy, we're going to be talking about this knowledge, this information, so you guys can position yourself so you could have the things tomorrow by doing the right things today, by taking the action. I'm part of the National Association of Realtors. We're a broker for the District of Columbia and for Maryland. We're associated with these folks. We learn a lot of information through here. We pay attention. We go to constant meetings. We constantly participate in the forums. We take advantage of the education and the training that is provided through the top leaders. Here's my LinkedIn account. You could go on LinkedIn. You can investigate me. You can review some of my experiences, my knowledge. I'm part of Keller Williams International. We are building a national chain across the United States of America, in North Carolina, in Chicago, in DC, in Maryland, in Virginia, in Florida. I'm looking for leaders to be able to teach and train and educate on how to basically take the same knowledge and information in their own local cities and the local towns to impact the real estate market and create leaders, because leaders will allow other leaders to be created. Okay, so and then I use tools because I'm part of the MRIS. I don't just use the MRIS to look at houses, but I look at the data. I look at the intelligence, and I look at the data to determine what demographics, what geographics, what neighborhoods I'm buying in, what are the trends, what's really happening. I look at real-time data that allows me to make the best decisions. RealtyTrack.com allows you to see foreclosures, auction homes, pre-foreclosure homes, people that are in distress. So these are different tools and resources that I'm going to be sharing with you. When you guys come join the Immigrant Millionaire Academy, the National Association of Home Builders. Okay, here's some of my YouTube videos. I have tons and tons of information on YouTube. And once again, you could check me out. You know, I was in construction when I was 15. I came in this country in 1977. I worked my ass off to get to where I am. And I'm basically sharing my information and knowledge so you guys can do the same thing. Learn through me, learn through my experiences, learn through my mistakes so you guys don't make the same exact mistakes. We're going to be starting a class called Flipping Contracts on Tuesday, September 27th to the 18th. This is going to be a 4-week class. Every Tuesday it's going to be a live class. And then there's going to be an advanced class that's going to take place from the 25th to the November 15th. And this is going to show you how to create systems, how to create processes, how to outsource and hire the right people, and how to really build a scalable business in real estate so you can take care of your family and take care of your future and create wealth. Even if you could make $10,000 to $30,000 a month extra part-time doing real estate by doing 1 or 2 transactions. Wouldn't that be helpful? Wouldn't that be helpful to your bottom line? And I'm here to share my knowledge and my information. My true intentions are to teach you and show you the information that I've gained over the last 30 years so you guys could grow and you guys could scale and you guys could become leaders. And I'm looking to create joint ventures and partnerships across the United States of America through this program. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm a private citizen. I've been very quiet. I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of analytics for the last 30 years. And it's time for me to share with you guys in terms of what's really going on. So please take advantage of this course. I'm only accepting 10 people because this is the first time I'm doing this, and I really want to have a good, success, scalable system. So please take advantage of this. This is the first time I'm doing this. If you have any questions or concerns, email me or look me up on LinkedIn, send me a message. But again, this is my opening session, and I'm very interested in meeting the right people that really want to scale their business and their family and their livelihood to the next level. Take care. My name is Sid Hamid, and I'll talk to you guys soon. It's 9 o'clock.